When Dani Alves signed for Barça in 2008, there were many doubts about paying €30 million for a defender. And let's remember, €30 million was a lot of money for a defender in 2008. But Alves turned out to be an absolute bargain for us, winning in an astonishing 23 trophies in his 8 years at Camp Nou. At the start of 2012, Barca were on top of the world, having just won the FIFA Club World Cup with a sensational 4-0 victory over Santos in Japan. We were champions of Spain and champions of Europe. Leo Messi had just picked up his third Ballon d'Or, and Xavi, Iniesta, Piqué and Alves had all been named in FIFA's Best 11 for 2011. And of course we had generally had the better of Real Madrid in this period. But the only thing we had failed to win in 2011 was the Copa del Rey, after losing the final to Madrid 1-0. So when the two great rivals were drawn together in the quarter-finals of the 2012 edition of the Copa, there was a chance for Barca to reassert our superiority. In the first leg at the Santiago Bernabeu, goals from defenders Carlos Puyol and Eric Abidal had given Barca a 2-1 advantage to take into the return game. Barca lined up for the second leg at Camp Nou, with Pinto in goal, the classic back four of Alves, Piqué, Puyol and Abidal, a midfield three of Busquets, Xavi and Cesc Fabregas, and up front Alexis, Messi and Iniesta. This turned out to be one of Madrid's better performances against Barca, as Mourinho abandoned his ultra-defensive formation by moving Pepe back from midfield into defence. Ozil had hit the woodwork with a cracking shot from 35 yards, but Pedro opened the scoring for Barca after being put through by Messi to put Barca 3-1 up on aggregate. Then in first half injury time, Messi was fouled by Las Diarra just outside the penalty area on the left. The Barca players surrounded the referee here, trying to get Las a second yellow card, and Iker Casillas came out of his goal to get involved in the pushing and shoving. The clock was now well past the one added minute of first half injury time, but the referee allowed the free kick to be taken. Xavi tried to cross, but the ball hit Las in the two-man defensive wall, and the ball spun bouncing across the edge of the area, where it finally fell to Alves advancing on the right. And the Brazilian hit an absolute screamer that flew past the Madrid defenders and the despairing dive of Casillas into the far top corner of the goal. The goal put Barca 3 goals up in the tie, and the celebration from Alves with Eric Abidal was a joy to behold. Meanwhile, poor Casillas in the Madrid goal didn't know where to look. Alves would score a total of 21 goals in 391 games for Barca, but this belter stands out as the best that he scored for us. Madrid managed to score twice in the second half to produce a nail-biting finish to the tie, but Barca held on to go through 4-3 on aggregate, and we would go on to win the Cup that season, beating Athletic Bilbao 3-0 in the final, for Pep Guardiola's final trophy at Barca to end his magnificent 4-year spell at the club. Dani Alves will be remembered as one of the best right-backs in the history of the game. He won a record-breaking 40 team trophies in his career, with success at every club he represented. At Barca he reached his peak, and there were so many happy memories, but the goal against Madrid stands out as one moment that shows Alves at his best. Okay, that's all for today. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, and if you want more, you can subscribe to the channel. I'll be back on Wednesday with another video. Until then, Visca el Barça, and bye for now.